What's going on, everybody, and welcome. That's right, it's Christmas time. Right now we actually have this 355. We got to take a look at the generator in it, but right next to it is a boat that just came in. Let me show you. It's another one of our 48s, the 600 Mercs on it. But check out the color. It's very unique. It's almost like a teal, I can't even tell what color it is. It's teal, blue, green. And we got the 600s there. Also matching stripe on it. Tiara does that to make it special. This is number 2. We actually have another one on order. There's another Tiara I want to show you on the other side of the yard. So let me get over there. In the meantime, watch my intro. Hey, we made it back. That is actually a 43 Tiara. Check out these monster motors though when you're up close. This is me reaching all the way up. These things gotta be 8 foot tall probably. So I don't know how far the 12 cylinders go all the way up here, but it's gotta be a beast. Look at the prop size. Look at my hand on this. It's crazy. These things are, you look, they turn right here. See the little gasket ring and everything there? I guess they turn like 20 something degrees in and over 40 out in order to control the boat whatever way you want with that joystick. This has also got a pretty unique color on it. This is the LE version, which is like the dual console. Also a nice boat. It's been in a couple of my videos already. There's a brand new one, just like that 48 over there. Alright, enough of that. Off to the 355. Oh, I almost forgot. We actually got to put in our 38 from the last episode so we can see if it's not leaning anymore. We're going to take it for a ride, make sure everything's alright. I changed the generator and all that stuff around. So I've already got her down in the water. I don't know what's going on here, but got some aluminum foil covering our window here for some reason. Guess I'm sure that's on the work order to fix. But my task here is just to check out the generator, like always. Let's jump on here. Get the batteries on. So this being a 355, should have an 8K generator with the digital panel in it, which means we should be able to look at codes. Let's go to our panel here, light it up. Let's turn some lights on in here too, huh? See a little better. So the customer is saying the cylinder head temperature is high. That's the alarm he's getting over and over. Let's do our, if you hold S2 and S3 here, it'll take you to our secret menu. It's not really secret, it's just a way to get to our other options here. So if we go to next, too far, next page, look at our log data here. Look at our alarm record, the previous one, so that'll be the last one that happened. Cylinder head temperature is high. So we should be able to scroll through this and see, obviously we were running, good voltage, it was putting amps out. Looks like everything's doing what it's supposed to there, voltage wise. And there's our next screen, which tells us our temperatures, and that's weird. 11 degrees, I'm going to say that that's not high, that's cold. So I wonder why we get this alarm. Alright, let's go to the next screen. Almost 400 hours on her. Go to the next one. We'll scroll through, same code. 5 degrees. Oh, it's getting colder. There's no way the coil is 222 and the cylinder head's 5 degrees. On top of it is 70 degrees here in Florida right now. 70 to 80 depending on the time of day. Let's just look at one more. It looks like it's going to keep coding the same thing over and over. Oh, back to 11 degrees. So looking at the cylinder head temperatures here, there's something wrong, obviously. So there's about one thing we can do here. We'll check the sensor, make sure that the ohms reading is good for the temperature outside. And then if that's okay, then I have to condemn the computers, and we got to take all this crap out, which would be our screen here and all the computers that are on the generator itself. So we can ship them off to Fischer Panda and they can repair them. So let's test that sender. We gotta go down into our hole here. And of course, we got stuff in the way. Let me get this out of the way here so we can look at our sender. All right, everything's out of the way. Now, if we look, we have, here's our temperature sender right here. So we can check this and see if it's actually telling us correctly or it's freaking out, and that's what's tricking the computer. Okay, so I got our wires off here so we can connect to this. We're gonna look for kilo ohms here, which will tell us actually what temperature is. I think this thing is probably 70 degrees, something like that maybe. It's cold, hasn't been run for a while. I've been sitting outside here, so probably around 160, 170. I can't remember exactly what the charts are. Set the camera down so you can see when we connect the two together here. So it's close, it's right around 170, 180 here. So the sender seems to test good. Should be around 60 degrees. I think that's what that means. I actually have the chart for it, so I'll double check that before we condemn the computers here. But the typical problem here is if it says 4 degrees and that thing is actually reading correctly. Well, we got a boost board back there. This is our VCS. This is actually what controls that. If you look on the front here, it shows you all the different supplies. So you got cylinder head temp. That's that pin right there. So whatever's inputting in this thing is freaking out. It's not doing its job correctly, because it shouldn't be 4 degrees when the generator's 200 plus. So what I have to do, remove our VCS here, the boost board behind it. Got to get rid of our CT board here too. I'm going to send that back, and also that panel that's inside the cabin there. So I got to send all this stuff back. Just a few screws, a couple connections, no big deal. But I can hear over there our big Regal is going to be going in the water. So let me mosey over there so we can take it for a ride. Yeah, perfect timing. You ready? Raise her down. All right, well, Jim's the captain. Let's turn our generator on here. Preparing to start. All right, so we had a problem with our antenna on these. So we're gonna check our autopilot, make sure it's working correctly. Our generator's going. It's loaded up here. We got good voltage. Charger's on. Let's turn our ACs on. Can you try to go under the bridge?
Yeah, I was gonna try.
All right, we got our top here. Everything's down. I'm gonna see if we can make it under that bridge. Looks like she's pretty close here. Just looking at it right now, but this stuff's not much taller than the top. You're clear.
I'll make it.
You got plenty of room. Plenty of clearance. We got a fishing boat on our right here, starboard side. And Trent's coming in a new Tierra on our starboard side here. You know, waving by. So we're running what? Almost 4,000 at 36 miles an hour here. Heading towards the Bel Air Bridge. Got no trim tabs and the boat's pretty even now. Before the last video we did the ballast moving the fuel tank for the generator. You want to try the autopilot?
Yeah. Turn around and do it.
We're going to turn around first, then we're going to try the autopilot on the way back. I haven't done super slow motion in a while, so let's do that real quick. Heading hold. It'll tell us if it's working. We've been having an issue with these doing this to us the whole time between Garmin and Yamaha. You'll It'll say GPS unstable, or it'll say cannot, what's the other one it says? No speed source. That's what the other one says. What are you doing, Jim? You're out of the channel.
Yeah.
We got Big Bertha coming at us here. I wonder what this thing is getting.
Burning 38 gallons an hour.
38 an hour at 31 miles an hour.
Not too bad.
Pretty good for 300s. Probably about the sweet spot of cruising around too.
Yeah.
Our generator's still running. What do we got? Good temperatures. Everything is good. Make it back to the bridge here. So it looks like our generator fuel tank is about half full. Main tank is almost full. We're pretty level here. The shift in that tank over to the port side definitely helped. Just looking down here, you can see it's pretty level. Used to be kind of tilting to the starboard side when you were running slow or just sitting still. So you can see, especially if you fill the tank up a little bit more, it'll help it out even more. I can see just a little bit of a lean, but it's definitely much improved from what it was. Everything looks pretty good here. We're gonna make our way back to the shop. Now we're at what, 4,400, 35 miles an hour and almost 45 gallons an hour. It's quite a difference from 4,000 to 44. So the sweet spot's definitely around 4,000. Looks like our GPS and everything is doing its job. So we're gonna park this thing back here behind the marina. Then I actually gotta jump in Oscar. We got one more boat to look at. So let's just cut right to that. Oscar, so dirty. What have you been doing without me? So now we're gonna stay on the island here. We gotta run down the road to look at a 27 fast deck. So I'll just see you there. Oscar, we made it. I remember this. I've been to this boat before. I think I replaced the battery switch in one of my videos. It was broken. All right, let's go find the boat. Oscar, you behave. There it is right there, right next to one of our Grady Whites. I think this is like about a 2015, maybe 2014 fast deck version of it. You have to dry your wings somewhere else there, buddy. Yeah, this is definitely the boat that I replaced the battery switch in. Let me get it uncovered here and we'll see what happened. All right, I got it opened up enough that I can at least just open this up. Let's take a look at the motor. Take that plug right out of there if I don't unplug it. Now I see what's wrong right away. I've seen this before. You see how well we can see this here. Look down here. You got, see if I can get to it. You can see a good view of it. This bracket right here is supposed to be inside this hole, and it's broken. So it hung on here, but it failed here. Then it twisted the hoses with it. I've actually seen this a couple times before. So we're gonna have to get, looks like a new hose here. This hose looks like it's all right still. That's probably for the power steering cooler. And new bracket. We'll obviously do a water pump. And then it looks like this is the crank position sensor wires here. It took that with it too. So we'll have to fix that wiring too. We'll get a new belt for it too, because obviously it's been rubbed pretty hard. That's a good one. All right, we got the owner putting the boat back up there. We got it covered back up. All right, now we're gonna head back to the shop here because I know we don't have that stuff in stock. We get the parts coming. That's gonna conclude today's activities. As always, I appreciate everybody watching. I will see you next time. Later.